Welcome back to W.P.M with Max, aka Wolf Pussy Monologues podcast. Get ready for some shit and shenanigans from the CEO of the Unicorn Division, our leader of the Wolfden Pack, the maniac behind the mic, the one and only Max. Broadcasting internationally from our lovely private studio in the city of Los Angeles. We thank each of our listeners around the globe for joining the shit show, and we sincerely hope you'll enjoy today's episode.
Hey, yo, what up, what it is? How you feeling, how you living? Where y'all been? Welcome to another episode of W.P.M with Max podcast. I'm your host, Max. As always, it's a sincere pleasure to be back on the mic one more time. But I'm a Wolfpack friends. Hope you had a great week. Hope you're feeling all right. As we move along this Naughty November series, next up we have dark meat, white meat. Now, what could we possibly be talking about? What is it? What you think? I know what you're thinking. You're probably right. But let's get into it anyway. You dig? Let's get into it anyway. We're deep into November. It's that time of year when the leaves fall, the kitchens heat up, and the tables get full. Now, everybody know Thanksgiving coming. In today's episode, dark meat, white meat, nah, I'm not just talking about the turkey. I'm talking about choices, preferences, the way we crave and the way we indulge. Yes. So sit back, grab a glass, grab a plate, and let's get into it. Start off with the Thanksgiving table. Now, family, Thanksgiving is about the spread, right? The table full of options. You got your dark meat, you got your white meat, you got your mac and cheese bubbling in the corner, green seasoned perfectly, you got your sweet potato pies, shit stacked up. But if I'm being honest, everybody got a preference. Some of y'all fight over that turkey leg, the dark meat. Juicy, tender, flavorful. Others only want the white breast meat, lighter, leaner, delicate. And isn't life like that too? In relationships and friendships and love, we all have our meat preference. Some of us crave something deeper, heavier, rich with flavor. Others want something a little lighter, easier to digest, maybe less complicated. Neither is necessarily wrong. It just feeds you, best. Yeah, preferences, choices. Let's get into some dark meat energy. Yes, dark meat energy. Where's my lighter? Yeah, you know what I mean. Whether it's that turkey leg or the thigh, dark meat is always juicy, rich, seasoned all the way through. You don't need to do much to it because the flavor already built in. Dark meat people are the same way. They carry weight, depth, soul. When they walk into a room, you feel it. They don't have to perform. They don't have to do too much. The richness is already there. Blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. And here's the thing. Dark meat is patient. It cooks slower. It takes its time. But when it's ready, oh baby, falls right off the bone. Same with people who carry that dark meat vibe. I tell you what, they don't rush life. They savor that shit. They want the long conversations, the real connection, the deep belly laughs, how your gut hurting. They're not trying to be everybody's flavor. But when they're yours, oh, you gonna remember that shit. I tell you what. But there's also something comforting about dark meat. It's the part of the meal that keeps you full. It's heavy, it's hearty, and it lingers. You can't snack on it lightly. Once you go in, you're committed. That's the energy of someone who stays with you. Not just in the moment, but long after they've left. And let's be real, dark meat not for everybody. Some folks think it's too much, too rich, too heavy. But the ones who love it, swear by it. They'll tell you there's no comparison. And isn't that how it is with people too? Some folks aren't just for everybody. But the ones they are for, oh, they hit the spot every fucking time. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into some white meat energy. Because that's important too. On the flip side. Now that's the breast of the turkey. The lighter, leaner, easier on the palate. And the white meat folks, They're the ones who keep things simple, smooth, easy to digest. They don't overwhelm the palate, but they balance it out quite well. Think about it. White meat is the part you can pile high and dress up however you want. Put some gravy on it, cranberry sauce, sandwich it between some rolls for leftovers. It always adapts, right? White meat people move the same way. They blend in when they need to, but they also shine when the moment calls for it. They're flexible, reliable, always showing up. Can you dig it? Now, some people say white meat can be a little dry if you don't treat it right. And that's true for people too. White meat energy needs care, it needs attention. It needs a little extra to make it shine. But when you put that effort in, it soaks it all up. Every bit of seasoning, every drop of gravy. And it becomes flavorful, satisfying, and something you keep coming back for. White meat energy is for the folks who like things clean, light, uncomplicated. It's not as heavy as dark meat, but that's the point. It gives you balance. It gives you space. It lets the other flavors on the plate shine without overpowering them. And don't get it twisted. White meat may not have that instant juiciness, but it brings consistency. It's the piece you can stretch, share, pack with tomorrow's lunch. It lasts, and that's kind of a strength characteristic as well. Yeah. Let's dive into mixing that plate. I know some of y'all like to mix that plate, and let me get the light and the dark. And the beauty of it, you don't have to choose just one. You can have a little bit of both. Sitting side by side with all the rest of the sides and the sauce. Shit, that's what balance looks like in life. Sometimes you need depth, sometimes you need lightness. Sometimes you need richness of dark meats, other times you just want the simplicity of whites. And when they're combined together, the plate is full, balanced, and complete. That's what we call harmony. That's knowing how to indulge without overdoing it. That's knowing how to taste a little bit of everything. Let's get into that thankfulness and indulgence. Because we do both. Yes, we're guilty of both. I don't know if it's in our nature or what, but we're guilty of both. As much as we laugh and debate about who likes what, Thanksgiving is more than, just meat. It's about gratitude. About taking the time to appreciate the feast in front of us. Whether you're a dark meat lover, a white meat purist, or someone who just comes for the mac and cheese, the bigger picture is we're extremely blessed to have options, to sit at a table, to fill our plates. Same in life. It's not always about what you choose, but about recognizing the abundance in front of you, being thankful for what you have and who you share it with. Right? For me, ladies and gentlemen, I think about how many times I've been judged like the dark meat, looked at like I was a lesser cut. But the truth is, dark meat holds the most seasoning, the most soul, the most story. White meat looks perfect in pictures, but you can't live off appearances forever. So when I sit at the Thanksgiving table, I'm not just eating. I'm thinking about how we divide things in life. Who gets seen as better? Who gets seen as other? And how at the end of the day, we're all on the same goddamn plate, getting ate. Same table, same family. Even if we don't always see it that way. So whether you reach for dark meat, white meat, or you just came for the potato salad or the sweet potato pie, remember this. What's on your plate says less about what's better and more about what you value. Thanksgiving is about more than food. It's about who you sit with, what you share, and how you season the life you've been given. Right, ladies and gentlemen? Right? Think about it. Are you team dark meat or team white meat? Do you mix it up? And in your life, what does that say about how you love, how you crave, how you show up for people? November is all about indulgence, gratitude, and enjoying what's in front of you. Whether your plate is heavy with flavor or light and simple, just don't forget to say thank you. Again, I'm your host, Max. This has been another part of our November series, Dark Meat, White Meat. Please tune in next week because we got more shits and shenanigans coming out this whip den as we always do. Let's check the board for next week, ladies and gentlemen. Next week, as we get closer to Thanksgiving, we're going to dive and socialize into the truth behind Thanksgiving. The harsh, actual, factual. Y'all stay safe, stay out the way, stay out them streets. Always remember, love, peace, and hair grease. W.P.M with Mags. Out.